a date. Kidding, because I got ghosted again.
I didn't want to
Look at this.
record too much. I had great conversations and I really
Yeah,
enjoyed
she
the
enjoying that food.
experience.
If they don't ask you, then it's not going to happen. So don't just assume. You should have ghosted them.
Mortgage increased
No, you shouldn't
$5,000.
have got it.
And why you telling us? Strong and independent.
If you cannot call him when you're going through a financial crisis or any form of crisis, you are single.
See, thinking about it now, he didn't meet one of my top non-negotiables, which is like
Ah.
A boy I really liked last week. But today I'm going on a second date with the man of my dreams. We decided to go to Nobu for our second date. I
Nobu.
absolutely love the vibe. I didn't want to
Look at this.
record too much, but I was able to get a few shots of some of the food that we
Look
ordered.
at that.
We had great conversations and I really
Yeah,
enjoyed
she
the
enjoying that
experience.
food. I see that
He
food.
wants
She's showing that
me
food.
to plan the next date. Where should we go next?
This is why the guy ghosted you. Guys, I gotta get into this. Wait a second. I gotta share something with you guys. Because you guys are gonna find this very interesting. And I looked up the menus. This is what I saw. I saw their brunch menu was $75 straight, right? Now, he most likely took her out to dinner. Look at the dinner. For one, say she wanted to get caviar, and then you get some caviar, you add that on. Now, not too much. When you add this up, add his meal, and this is a cold dish. So most likely, you're probably getting one of these and sharing it, right? So say you get some caviar, or you don't get the caviar, you get the salmon, right? That's a starter. And it's probably too small, which is what they do with these restaurants. So you have to order two. Then you get a hot dish. You get hot dishes. 58, 48. We're talking upwards of $200. Most likely the man had to pay $200 for the dish. That's not even with the drinks. Now, at a place like this, you already know. What do they call it? Wine and dine. Wine by the bottle. Look at this. Look at this. Wine and dine. Let's say if he wants to get some drinks, right? $20. It's like going to the club. So spending $200, $300 for a date. You know, the thing that kills me, I saw Ocho Cinco say it best. The man that saved 85% of his NFL checks by being cheap. He said, I'm not taking a woman out to a $300 date. And that man made how much in his career? Think about it. Come on now. So if a man that's rich won't do it, why would a regular guy? Leave her. Seriously, this is why men aren't going for this. Leave her. Immediately. Leave her where you found her. Seriously.
I'm about to go out on a date. Kidding, because I got ghosted again. And what's insane is this guy asked me out on a second date, said he'd love to see me again, and then he picked a day, a time. He said he'd buy tickets for the activity. And then when I responded like 10 minutes later saying, sounds great, looking forward to seeing you, nada, nothing. And it's been 2 days. Today was supposed to be the date. Haven't heard from him since. But it's all good because that just means it's a closed door from God. I am not even gonna fret or worry or try to come up with excuses for why this dude's ghosting. I've just accepted this is what modern dating is like, apparently. And I guess I'll get answers when I die and go to heaven, and I could ask Jesus myself. And I did even like pray and ask God, like, should I follow up the night before and be like, hey, are we still on for tomorrow? Because I'm like, maybe he just forgot to reply. But honestly, God's like, no, just let it go, let him ghost. Because honestly, thinking about it now, he didn't meet one of my top non-negotiables, which is like
Bitterness.
faith. He was just not at the same level as me, and someone who could like lead me in that area. And so I don't think it would have been fair to like lead him on with a second date if I personally didn't see it going anywhere. So I am grateful for the first date experience, and it was a good
Man.
time with a good guy who just lacks communication skills, clearly. But
That's communication.
on to the next, right?
Walk out the door, you see someone that you know and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
No, he ghosted you because exactly what you said, your red flags and all that stuff, he saw. Small telltale signs that you weren't appreciative. Something. You showed him who you are, just like you did when you said that little statement that I said, oh yeah. He's seen it. Smart man.
Ghosted, getting smoked out. Let's get ready for a date, by the way. Sometimes you just need to go on dates just to get a meal, to be honest. Mr. San Francisco guy is ghosting me. Let me tell you, we were texting all weekend, and then the last time he texted back was Saturday night, and then we didn't text all Sunday, and we didn't text all Monday. So by Monday night, I'm like, I'm not afraid to double text. So I send him a voice note of a funny story that happened to me that day. He responds pretty quickly. All he says is, 1minute and 50 seconds? Because that's how long my voice note was. I proceed with, yeah, 1minute and 50 seconds. I'm telling you a story. Again, no response for a whole day. I kind of like it though. Like, ignore me, yes. I kind of like it. Like, I'm so intrigued by people who are unwell in the dark. Just kidding. Should I double text him again though, or should I drop it? I'm impartial either way, so I'm definitely just gonna go with leaving it up to you guys. I have a date tonight and I have a date tomorrow. Let's talk about my date tomorrow. He sent me a restaurant and I was like, okay, cool. I'm thinking it's in Santa Monica. He gives me the address. It is this restaurant in downtown. And it's not as nice as the restaurant I thought we were going to, but I already confirmed plans, so I couldn't be like, oh, actually, I don't want to go to this. First off, I avoid downtown like the plague. I don't like it. So I tell him that. I'm like, oh my gosh, I hate downtown. There's never any parking there. But then I'm like, but I'm sure the restaurant is super nice with valet. I did Google the place and it doesn't look that bad, but anywhere downtown just looks old and dirty. There's definitely no valet. I was so bougie in that moment. I was like, girl, like, you know what? Let me stop, because I definitely ate those McDonald's french fries off my kitchen floor that fell on the floor. So I'm gonna relax. Also, Mr. Sexy Man has been home in Poland for the past 2 weeks. I don't know if he's coming back. I don't know when he's coming back. I'm just like, whatever. When you get back, I'll see ya. I also decided that until I meet Mr. San Francisco Man, he's not on the roster. I also been talking to this other guy. He lives in Canada. You know, I love the foreign people. That's why. Default rules, the Canadian is not on the roster, but I really like him. He sent me the cutest video, and then he had his retainer on, so he had a list, and it was so nerdy and cute, and I was like, ah! My sexy next door neighbor, we still have not hung out, but we are definitely getting coffee tomorrow. The date is set. That's it for now. I'm gonna stuff my face with sushi.
Ah, man, the worst. You see the guy she kept naming? She named guy after guy, date after date. They all line it up like this. And she's goofy, and she'll be the one. You know what I'm talking about. She'll be the one smashing Five Guys, burger and fries. She's like, give them all. I gotta have them all. Like Pokemon. I can see her now. You think she's goofy and innocent like she's a virgin? She's gobbling them down. She's like a go-go gadget. I'm stamped down like hungry hippos.
Another Valentine's Day and the same conversation. With the amount of information that is out here, you should have been ghosted your situationship in 2024. If they have not asked you to be their Valentine yet, then it's probably not going to happen. And I see a lot of videos of people, you know, tearing women down for getting ghosted on Valentine's Day. But I'm not going to do that. Now, accountability is important because there is enough information out here to know that if they don't ask you, then it's not going to happen. So don't just assume. You should have ghosted them. But anyways, let me break it down for the young ones or the girls who are new to dating and just don't understand. When it comes to dating and when it comes to men, not only do you need the action, but you also need the words to back it up. If he does not communicate that he wants an exclusive relationship, then he doesn't. If he has not asked you to be his girlfriend, then you're not his girlfriend. If he has not asked you to be his Valentine's, then you are not his Valentine. And it's literally that simple. A lot of women think that they are built to be in these fun sexual flings or situationships. And then when holidays like Valentine's Day, birthdays, Thanksgiving, Christmas come around, you're heartbroken because the person that you have been dealing with for the past few months and even years has not lived up to your expectation that was in the delusion of your mind. Because although you may have agreed to be in a situationship or convince yourself that you can do it, you're still feeling some type of way about it because you also have built up that this person might come around and they're probably not going to.
Yeah, and what do you give her? About 36 to 40? They go through this their whole lives, being ghosted, seeing if they can get somebody to be their man for Valentine's Day. It's at an all-time low with these ladies. Seriously. They struggle their whole life. And she's tired. Look at her. Look at her face. She's sick and tired of being sick and tired. Look at her. Look at her look. She's like, I'm tired of slumping them down. Guys using me. Situationship. She's being used. She's being banged on and dropped off to the curb over and over again. And women are leaving marriages to bump into that situation. It's wild. Like you married, stay married. Like I'm surprised a lot of women doesn't see what's going on in this date market. Like, stay married. That man most likely still loves you. He stayed with you all this time. Man.
To come around. But if you are going through that situation, let me tell you this. On Valentine's Day, make that day about you and putting love into yourself. I know a lot of people are doing Galentine's Day, but you don't even have to do that. Like me personally, this Valentine's Day, I'm not dating anybody. I'm not sleeping with anybody. I am completely single. And I am booking a spa date for myself where I'm going to get a facial, get my nails and my toes done. It's a day that I'm going to make all about me. Man. And it has nothing to do with a man. It has nothing to do with spiting men. It has nothing to do with feeling like I don't need a man. It is simply just a day that I am loving on myself. Nobody else matters but me in that moment. Because self-love is honestly the first love. Now, yes, I know self-love and companionship is two different things, but if you do not love yourself, how can you properly receive love from another person? Which is why a lot of you guys end up in these situations in the first place. So forget about that person that has not asked you to be their Valentine's. Completely forget about them. All right? How about you make Valentine's Day about yourself? Take care of yourself, whether it's taking yourself out to eat, getting your nails done, going on a hike, whatever it is that you like to do and is a way of showing yourself love and affection, do that. And you don't have to include other people. Now, if you want to have a dinner or get together with your friends, then that's completely fine. But remember, you should be putting love into yourself as well. You don't need another person to buy you roses. You don't need another person to get you chocolates if that's what you want. It costs less than $20. You can do it for yourself. But most importantly, you need to learn from these lessons. If you know that deep down inside you cannot handle a situationship and you desire a relationship, then please do not put yourself in these situations. And I understand sometimes they just happen. But once you realize what's going on, try to get out of it as quickly as possible. And I promise you, your dating and your love life will be so much easier. You guys have a good day. And remember, even if this person did not ask you to be their Valentine's, you're still loved, you're still deserving, and you are still worthy of love. Love yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be empathetic with yourself and be gentle with yourself. Have a good weekend.
Real depressing, doesn't she? But be empathetic with yourself. Be loving with yourself. But no, it's true. You do. You have to love yourself enough not to wallow away and be stressed out and depressed. But still, you notice she said go on a spa day. Why does everything have to be with you spending so much money? depending on what kind of spa package you're doing, I'm sure you're doing the works. They're spending what, $100, $200? Why? Let me tell you guys something. Right? I'm in the Philippines, and I bought a pair of sneakers recently. It was a pair of Nikes. They were about $40-$50, and the Nikes were too tight, so I needed to get some new sneakers. So I said, let me treat myself. I went to the store yesterday, and I didn't want to spend a bunch of money. I got myself some Diadoras. You know how much these shoes cost? 747 pesos. $14. Something you'll see in Payless probably. Do I care? 43-year-old man, I want to use this to work out in. That's not breaking the bank. That's like buying a cheap pair of jeans. I know you guys like, wow, $14? Tell you should have bought 5 pairs. I may go get me a pair next week. Next month, I may buy 10 pairs because I can, right? I say that to say, men spend differently. Men think differently. We don't think blow our wallets. This is why that man left the girl in the beginning of the video. He left her. She wanted to go to Nobu and blew $300. Are you crazy? Men, they're not trying to do that.
So I've seen this video, which has gone viral several times, and I've seen other women online complaining about the same thing.
Yeah, no,
mortgage increased $5,000.
Got it.
And why are you telling us?
Narcissistic attention seeker.
You're a strong, independent woman. You don't need no man. Why we need to know that your mortgage increased $1,000? I got other women that I'm seeing come up on my feed that's saying that they can't afford their rent. They need $4,000 to move into a new apartment. And
nobody really asks.
I thought you was making 6 figures. You killing it. We supposed to feel some type of way?
Oh, man.
We supposed to be like, this is a travesty? What did you do? Sign a variable interest rate loan?
Yeah.
Where your interest rate can fluctuate, which will increase your mortgage? Why are we supposed to feel sorry? Men have been dealing with this for forever. No one feels sorry for us.
Yeah.
If you're so strong and independent and you don't need us, why are you complaining about the increase? Pay it. Don't put it on social media. Pay it. Nobody told you to go and get a variable interest rate on a loan. You could have had a husband locked in the rate because you would have had more income.
Mm-hmm.
But no, y'all bragging about these houses and all of these degrees, and then you get upset with your college loan debt. You brag about getting a house, then you get upset when you sign a bad loan and they raise your mortgage. Stop it. We don't want to hear it because we don't get to complain as men. You're a strong, independent man. You don't need no man. You don't get to complain either. We don't want to hear it.
He said it. That's what it is. Men don't want to hear. I mean, and he's right. Like when men are going through hard times, who cares? Nobody. Sometimes men don't even care. You know what? I'd rather it that way. Like I look at ladies become men and they start crying day one. And I go, now you know what we go through. It's true.
The only thing I'm afraid of in this world is
Drinking
to
soda?
lose myself again.
You're afraid of losing
The
your
only
life.
thing I'm afraid of is to loving someone more than I love myself. The only thing I'm afraid of is to allowing someone disrespect me twice.
Should be afraid of high blood pressure and diabetes. All that stuff you're eating. Do better.
Damn! So not one man ever looked at me and said, let me put this bitch up. Let me buy this bitch a Range Rover, an Escalade, or a Porsche.
Definitely
She can
not.
pick any Birkin or Chanel bag she want every Tuesday. And all she have to worry about is what hairstyle she gonna wear, what she gonna wear, drink lemon drops with her friends just to go gossip. Not one man? I am not the bitch I think I am.
You ever been about to respond to somebody, but then they answer their own question, so you just back away from it? Well, that's exactly what happened here. She answered her own question. If you're not getting that stuff, you are not the chick you think you are.
Now we know. And knowing is half the battle.
I woke
up with an overwhelming sense of being single. Like it was a hyper intensive feeling of being single. I just felt single in all aspects. I think it's because I went to go change some light bulbs and I got up on my 4-foot ladder, which probably has about a 8-foot reach. And I got up there to get to change up my lights and I could not reach them. Then I had to reset my garage opener to the app. And so I needed to unplug the garage opener and I couldn't reach that. So in those moments, I felt so single and defeated. So on today, I want to encourage my single sisters, as I encourage myself, that in those moments where you feel so vulnerable, so weak, so defeated, I need for you to press into God. God is our ultimate source. He provides all of our needs. So in that moment when I was feeling that overwhelming amount of sadness and it's if I have failed in life, why I can't be in a relationship, in that moment I should have reflected more on all of the goodness of the ability that I have as a single woman to even have a reason to get on a ladder, to have home ownership as a single woman, to even have the 4-foot ladder that I have, and even have the ability to go out the resources to get the next size ladder that I need. So it's all about perspective on this single journey. Yes, you will have those days where you want to be loved properly. You want to have someone to help you, to assist you in all of those duties that you have around your home and in your life. However, I want you to press into God. Know those desires that you have on your heart. Let him know that you desire partnership, and let him know that in the season, in the waiting room, to help you live a full and prosperous life, and for you to be able to adapt to being a single woman. See you guys.
Well, you have no choice but to adapt. You've been going through it for half your life, probably. Like,
hey, what's up, y'all? So look, any man that comes and tells you that's why you single, that's the biggest compliment that he could give you.
Yeah, right.
Especially in this day and age, because it's not beneficial to a woman who has solidified financial security and stability. Meaning that you got your own house, you got your own place, your own car, you making money. It doesn't benefit you to be in a relationship with these men these days. And I mean, I hate that. It used to be a flex to have a man because men took pride in providing for their women, regardless of all the extra headache that came along with them. Because I'm going to just tell you this, men have never been faithful. They have always cheated. And for those women say not all men cheat, whatever man you feel like has not cheated, maybe your grandfather, your grandmother took those secrets about him to her grave if she's, deceased. Or she just ain't tell you. Because every man at some point in their life and relationship with a woman has stepped out on that woman. I'm not saying that they do it all the time, you know what I mean? But at some point, especially if you've been together for years, that man has stepped out. So for all the women that's delusional to think that no man cheats, that's because you just didn't find out. That's because maybe your grandmother, kept those secrets that she knew about your grandfather to herself, or your mother, or whoever. But back then, men took pride in caring for the home. Men took pride in paying bills, putting their women in cars for transportation because they had children. Now, men use women for those things that they used to provide for women. Meaning that they got men that's moving in with women, driving their cars, tearing your shit up. These men are no longer being of service to you. They're coming to you for you to service them. So, I mean, being single is a really big flex, especially when you got yourself together. Because you're not obligated. You don't have to deal with the responsibility. Only person that you have to care about is yourself. Man. So any man that's trying to manipulate you and tell you, well, that's why you single, tell him thank you. Because that's a compliment.
Yeah, that's actually a compliment for men that y'all keep saying, oh, men are going through the singleness epidemic. Men are fine. The man left the woman. Let her go have someone else. Why? She caught an arm and a leg. What did she say? Men used to take pride in that. That's nothing to take pride in. Men nowadays smell the coffee. They've waken up and said, no mas, I'm not doing it. I refuse to do it. For you to give me attitude, for you not to do what used to be done for them, it was different. They used to get service. For you to demand and not give me any service, get lost. And they're not going for it.
If he can go more than 12 hours without talking to you, you are single.
Wonder you stayed single.
If you cannot call him when you're going through a financial crisis or any form of crisis, you are single. If he cheats, you are now in an open relationship. If you haven't met any of his family in a space of 6 months, you are single. He don't like you, he don't love you. If you have to question what are you guys doing, what type of relationship you guys are in, you are single. He don't like you, he don't want you. If in any form, in any time in the relationship you have a doubt in your mind on where you stand with him, you're single. If he doesn't protect your emotions or try to make sure that you're okay consistently, you are single, ma'am. The way he treats you during a fight will determine where you stand with him. If he is literally trying to destroy you during a fight, he don't like you, he don't want you, he's competing with you. If you consistently have to tell him how to treat you, you are training a boy. You are not his mother. Find someone who's already trained where you only have to do touch-ups. We are not a school of training over here. We are full-grown women looking for full-grown, able, smart men. Be direct with him. Don't hide anything. If you're not feeling it, let him know. If you must know that he must know that you are willing to let him go in any time. You are more valuable than him. You don't have to verbally remind him. You just need to demonstrate it.
Yeah, all the stuff they're saying, that's what men are doing right now in this day and age. And they continuously doing videos, making it worse on themselves. Seriously, every video, I don't know who this girl is. She's someone new. There's another sprinkle that pops up every day. Seriously, TikTok is full of women trying to make money being sprinkle and leading women down a dark path. It's sad. So many are being let. Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't even look at the comments. I already know what's in the comments. You guys do as well. Oh yeah, girl. Yeah, I'm single. This man did me like this. And it's funny, all of them got a story. Yeah, I got done like that last week. Yeah, girl, I got done like that 2 months ago. 2 months ago for me. Yeah, Chad did it. Chad from Connecticut. Yeah, he did it to me too. Like, they better go start mentioning names and find out if they man is dating them. Oh, yeah, he did it to me too. I can imagine.
The reason why a lot of Christians are single is because there's so many men out here that they don't mind dating you. They don't even mind being with you. But the problem is they want to do it their way. They want you to move in with them. And they want to be a family with you, and then when they want to marry you and they get ready, have it go, and they don't want to do things God's way. Like, they want to read their Bible, they want to pray, they want to fast. I mean, it looks like they have the fruits, but the only thing that I feel like a lot of people cannot get with is keeping them legs closed and keeping it honorable before God. Like, that is the only thing. And these people be really out here convincing you that ain't nothing really wrong with it. Baby, you on your way to hell in a handbasket, because not only are you sinning, but you leading people in lifestyle, and the blood is on your hand when you know better to be telling a woman that it's okay when you know it's not okay. The blood is on your hand. Read the scripture. You're misleading people. You don't have to pay.
Guys are not going for that as well, right? She looks like she has about 5 kids. I'm just telling you how I think you look. You do. And that's probably the case. And then you're not trying to, like, a guy is supposed to lay everything to the side for you. I understand you gave your life to God. Yeah, you should have a different start. Not with men nowadays. That's how men feel. I believe in God. But men to tell you, I'm not Jesus. I can't divide the waters like Jesus did for Moses. A man is not trying to do that for somebody who's used goods. And that's real. And a lot of you are running to God because you use goods and can't even pair bond. And they're still the same person. This is why men feel the way they do nowadays. I understand you're a Christian. Congratulations. But coming from the club to the pulpit in the same night, and then giving man everything at the club, and then make that man in the pulpit wait. Oh no, men are not playing that game. And because men realize it's definitely more to life than being involved with a woman like that.